You may be sick of hearing it, but guess what? We are picking up the tab again. A new report out today lists money that you're paying to profitable private companies so they can advertise their goods and even travel around the world. Companies and associations like Welch's, Sunkist, Blue Diamond, California Raisins. That's just to name a few. And you've kicked in at least $2 billion for this. This is what I like to say to our government: just stop spending. So we turn to Elisabeth Meinecke, managing editor at Town Hall Magazine, to talk about some of the most wasteful charges. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, Melissa. No,
it is really difficult to understand this. When we look at $2 billion for various products, Blue Diamond almonds, $28 million since 1999, Sunkist, $34 million since 1999. We're looking at some of the stats on our screen right here. Why in the world would taxpayers be paying for this? Can you imagine?
I know. Well, it's hard to imagine, but I spoke with someone at Blue Diamond about this, and they had some interesting figures on how much this program helps them. In countries where they use funding from this program, they actually see a 174% return on investment, whereas in countries where they don't, they only see a 38% return. But even with those good numbers, they said they still wouldn't be able to make up the difference in private funding. It wouldn't be worth it to them should this program be discontinued. So that tells you right there that they might not be willing to put their money where their mouth is.
Wait, so they say they would not continue. If they weren't getting the government money, they wouldn't replace it with their own money?
Exactly. They said it would not be worth it to them.
Why? I mean, I don't, that doesn't go with the rest of your stats, because if the rest of your stats were that they're seeing, you know, what was it, 170% return on investment, why would that not be a good idea?
Exactly. Well, and I think that there is the problem, whereas, you know, if it is such a great investment for them, you would think that they would be willing to make up that money on their own. It's only $1.2 million that they receive annually. But again, when I talked to them about it, they said it's not worth it to us. So that tells you right there that maybe this program is not really providing as much help to these U.S. businesses as advertised or as they say it is. You know, it's always easy to take a handout when it's offered to you.
Right.
When they take it away, how important it is really depends on how much you want to fund it.
And even, you know, I look at some of these companies and I say, well, I don't know, maybe they're good corporate citizens. You know, try and justify it in some way. But then I looked at some of the other expenses. You know, there's a reality TV fashion show in India called Let's Design that somehow we are, as taxpayers, are paying $20 million to help support. There's also a company that specializes in organic hair products for dogs, and we're supporting that as well. I mean, how do these people even find these programs? And then what government official would say, yeah, yes, great idea, let's support it?
Exactly. I mean, those dogs probably have a better shampoo for their hair than I do at this point.
Yeah.
But I think that's really what this report does, is it exposes the overlap in all of these programs. For example, another thing that they talked about was to fund or promote dairy exports abroad. There are 3 different entities that claim that that's part of their job description and receive funding for that under this program. So that shows you that there's a lot of overlap in this program that could be cleaned up, and someone needs to go through this and take a good hard look.
You know, the whole thing is making me sort of nauseous, but now I'm thinking maybe I will just find a product that I want to sell overseas. You know, if you can't beat them, join them. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe
exactly. Personal bailout, right?
There you go. Right. Where's my check? All right, Elisabeth, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you.